Summer approaches, and the level of the swamps drops to its annual low. Dwindling resources force the herds to leave the delta and return to their wet season haunts in Chobe and the Kalahari. The arrival of summer signals the start of nesting activity among the egg-laden female crocodiles. An experienced mother, the older crocodile clashes fiercely with her competitors over the best nesting sites. The deceptively violent bouts consist mainly of banging heads together, jaw snapping, and occasional bites. Rarely does a crocodile fight result in permanent or fatal injury. The victorious mother chooses a nesting spot near the river, but far enough beyond the high water mark to prevent floodwaters drowning her clutch. She tests the consistency of the sand and scent marks the site. The excavation of the nest extends far into the night. The mother lays about 50 eggs. After laying, she gently seals the nest, careful to eliminate any air pockets which, combined with moisture, would cause the eggs to rot. Now begins 90 days of continuous vigilance as she waits for the clutch to incubate and hatch. The peak of the Okavango summer brings both powerful storms and temperatures exceeding 40 degrees Celsius. During these particularly wet or hot spells, the female crocodile prevents the nest becoming too damp or too hot by covering it with her body. Occasionally, the heat becomes intolerable, even for her, and she enters the river to drink and cool off. At unguarded moments like these, egg pirates move in. The rock monitor seldom feasts on crocodile eggs, but the unprotected nest presents an opportunity not to be ignored. Together with the water mongoose, the egg-thieving monitors are the crocodile's greatest natural enemies. Near the crocodile nest, a colony of white-fronted bee-eaters tends the summer's crop of hatchlings. Lifelong mating pairs burrow up to a meter into the riverbank, constructing a nest chamber at the end of the tunnel. Their social structure consists of clans of related birds. Non-breeding clan members assist breeding pairs with the task of tending the eggs and hatchlings. Unlike the bee-eaters, the female crocodile faces the challenges of motherhood alone. Despite the damage wrought by the rock monitor, many of her eggs survive intact. Three months after laying, she hears cries emitting from the vicinity of the nest. After clearing the soil and exposing the hatchlings, she loads them into a pouch in her lower jaw, specially adapted to transport them to the river. She looks for a safe nursery in the thick reed beds and releases the youngsters. For the next month, the female watches over her offspring as they learn to hunt. The young one begins to hone the skills that will eventually define him as a super predator of the waterways. Even at this tender age, there is stiff competition for his insect prey. As they gain confidence, the youngsters move further and further away from their nursery. Summer brings the floodwaters once again, and the herbivore population of the delta rises as the animals seek shelter from the Botswana dry season. 5 months have passed since the crocodile mother's last meal. With her brood ready to fend for themselves, she leaves the nursery to take advantage of the influx of prey and hunt. For the youngsters, the fight to live now begins in earnest. Falling prey to storks, eagles, owls, and even the carnivorous catfish, most will not survive. Adult crocodiles, after discharging their duties as parents, don't hesitate to cannibalize the juveniles. To escape these many dangers, the young crocs leave the main waterways and enter the smaller channels as soon as possible. But some perils remain inescapable. In an arid country with minimal rainfall, human exploitation continually threatens the delta's resources. Pesticides, fences, cattle ranching, and water extraction all unbalance the delicate ecological threads of the wetland. Only a couple of the 40-odd crocodile hatchlings overcome these multiple hazards to live beyond the age of 4 months. In the dense reed beds of the Okavango shallows, this little croc hunts, feeds, and grows, aspiring to an adult weight 6,000 times greater than when he hatched. It will take 12 years before the youngster becomes mature enough to participate in the breeding cycle of Nile crocodiles in this subtropical wetland. By then, he will have asserted his primacy as one of the major predators among those animals fit for the African swamp.